Have you heard this story of the hot rod race when the Fords and the Lincolns were setting the pace? That story's true, and I'm here to say, because I was driving that Model A.
It's Thursday night. It is July the 16th, 2026, and you are watching Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt live, coming to you in color all across the World Wide Web, Facebook and YouTube alike. If you're watching on the Facebook page, do us a great big favor. Reach over and hit the like button, hit the share button. Let everybody know, if you will, that you're a fan of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And don't forget about our YouTube channel. Hey, YouTube channel, Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel. 300 and something episodes archived for your viewing pleasure. Not only is it the platform that you can watch live on, but all of our episodes are archived on our TV channel on YouTube, Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel. Hey guys, we're glad you're joining us tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to join us here tonight on our Thursday night get-together, Thursday night pontifications, our Thursday night viewpoints, opinions, reflections, and revelations. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Hey guys, we're broadcasting all over the world where it's legal and illegal for us to send out this broadcast. All 57 states, 5 foreign countries, and 4 sunken islands. And as always, loud and proud in the great state of Baker County, Georgia. And a big salute to all of our fine friends and family who reside in the metropolis of Baker County, Georgia. Hey guys, we want to give a little preamble here, if we could, prior to going any further in the show. Because we understand that some of you may be new to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Some of you may have just tuned in. Some of you that are from exotic places might just happen to have stumbled upon us tonight. And you kind of looked and wondered what you had stumbled upon. And we don't want to present any false pretenses to you. So, you know, instead of you getting upset a little bit later on in the show, or you getting angry with us, we'll just go ahead and tell you up front so that you can make the decision of whether or not you feel like you need to remain on this broadcast. And by doing that, I'm going to tell you tonight who we are by what we don't believe in. Does that make sense, Florence?
Makes sense, absolutely.
Makes sense? Okay. All right, here's who we are based on what we don't believe in. Number one, we as Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt, we do not believe in calling a Coca-Cola pipe.
No.
You will never hear us refer to it as, hey, let's go get a pipe from the store. We do not believe that it is proper to curse around women and children.
That's right.
Y'all agree with me on that? I mean, wasn't y'all raised that way?
Yep.
Number 3, this is an important one. And this, we may lose some of you on this one now that are watching from exotic areas. We do not believe that men can get pregnant nor breastfeed a baby.
Amen.
I mean, am I saying anything y'all don't agree with on this?
We
Weasel Charlie?
I'm with you.
Well, they might could breastfeed them, but they starve to death.
Here's a good one. We do not believe that biscuits and gravy and grits and sausage will kill you.
Good point.
You pretty much nailed it there, Marvin.
And one more, and then this is good. We do not believe in taking a knife to a gunfight.
No.
Amen.
So that pretty much sums up who we are. So if any of those offended you, or if any of those you subscribe to, then maybe we're not for you.
Maybe need to go ahead and cut us on right now.
And we understand we're
Ain't
not
no
for everybody.
problem.
Oh,
We're
it's not.
not for everybody.
We
But
don't
hey,
care.
we understand. But for those of you that do think along those lines, don't turn the channel. Stay right where you at, because I think hopefully you will be able to participate in the conversations, guys. Man, I'm on a roll. On a roll, guys.
Go ahead.
Another big screen this week. That's 2 weeks in a row after a hiatus of several months. 2 big screens in a row. We not quite as big as last week. We 94.17312 and a 16th of a 64 inch.
Diagonal.
Diagonal. Got an old buddy. Y'all know him well. Don Ailes. Don Ailes. Dental services for people with one tooth. We make one tooth feel like $1 million. Don Ailes, diarrhea cleanup specialist. We get the worst out of the worst. Fast, discreet, thorough. We'll clean the mess. Don Ailes doorknob polishing. We polish them all, big and small, fancy or plain. And Don Ailes death certificate notary public services. Fast and accurate, legally dead on. We put the final and finalized notary you can count on even in death. At Don Ailes Diversified Enterprises Incorporated in the heart of Damascus, Georgia.
Marvin, that's interesting that Donnell, I just found out about Donnell's services that he offers that diarrhea cleanup. I just got this off the telex machine just a little while ago. You know, we got a new virus here in America now, and they say it's like from folks that eats a bunch of lettuce and all that kind of stuff. I don't know where it comes from, but anyway, we having to deal with it. It's called a what kind of virus do they call that stuff?
Cyclospora.
Cyclospora virus. And that is explosive diarrhea. So that's where Donnell would come in on this. It says, I'm going to read this if I may just take a moment, if I may just take a moment of y'all's time. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That's a big outfit. Mm-hmm. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. They're not doing a very good job if we got a diarrhea outbreak.
This is violent diarrhea.
Violent, extreme. Issued an official recommendation this morning. So they put out a paper that those stricken with explosive diarrhea from the cyclospora virus, the parasitic infection, they put out an official recommendation that you stay within 6 feet of a toilet at all times. The new measure, dubbed the Joe Biden Quick Step Distancing Measure, advises strictly maintaining less than 6 feet of distance between oneself and the throne room at all times, as well as wearing tearaway pants. Also, we advise Americans to please, this is from the disease center, please do not trust flatulence under any circumstances. The danger here is very real. It says the virus has been traced to a Taco Bell experimental laboratory run by Anthony Fauci.
Now, you cannot find wisdom like that anywhere in the United States of America.
Nobody
And
else
the
will present
reason,
it.
whoa. The reason we have the wisdom that we have is our fearless leader, because he's got 79 years of wisdom experience as of today. Glory be Lord.
Woo! Mercy.
79 years
79
today.
Man, I don't look a day over 78 there.
And Floyd, I gotta make a presentation to you. Rojo, you know Rojo
I know,
Man.
Rojo, yeah.
Rojo Man. She called me today, and she was unable to get down here, but she is presenting you with a $30 gift certificate to Ziggy B's.
Wow, man, please, I'll use
Whoa.
that this week.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you,
Comes
Rojo.
straight from
Man.
Rojo Man on your 79th birthday.
That's what it say.
Yeah,
$30 gift certificate, Ziggy B's seafood flavor.
Happy
Wow,
birthday.
Man. Hey, listen here. Money can't buy that. Money cannot buy that kind of friendship. Thank you, Rojo.
All right, so let's talk about 79. What about let's go back 60 years when you was 19.
Oh,
Like you would have had on them white shoes.
I wouldn't have had on the white shoes. I'd had on some. I would have had on some like blue and yellow shoes.
Pointed
Or
toes.
yellow and black. I remember I had a pair. What was them? We used to have they were
Saddle
like,
Oxfords.
Saddle Oxford, the white and the black.
Yeah.
Okay, I had some white and black Saddle Oxford, lace up Saddle Oxford. Well, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough for me. So I got me some yellow. You could buy yellow dye, leather dye. So I painted the white yellow. So I had yellow and black.
No.
Yeah, I did. Yellow and black. Oxford. And then I bought some shoes over it was at Nick's. I think it was at Nick's place in Dawsville. He was a haberdasher and men's clothing store, and they were blue and yellow. They weren't
painted.
factory made. They were factory made blue saddle Oxford.
You've always been stylish.
Well,
haven't
I don't know. I just like good clothes.
I understand.
I just always like to have, not flamboyant. I don't think I've ever been flamboyant, but I'll just try to keep up to date, with things. I like it, and my mama's the one that started all that. She ruined me when I was a young'un, when I was in school. They had that Coca-Cola bottle with that starch in it, that water and that starch on that ironing board, ironing them Levi's and ironing my shirts till they stood up, But I just say this, and people they observe that.
ZZ Top wrote a song about Floyd.
Who did?
ZZ Top,
What did he say?
sharp dressed man.
that's right.
That's it.
There's one thing about the ZZ Top. Neither of them are sharp dressed men.
You're right.
How old are they?
The hell as I am. They got to be.
I mean,
Anyway, they still boogieing though.
yeah.
You can still boogie as long as you can boogie. You can still boogie. It don't look the same, but you can still do it.
I saw a thing yesterday. I can't remember if it was somebody in Chicago, somebody the Beach Boys, and somebody they did an article on them and Leonard Skinner. Each one of them was just one person out of what used to be the bands, and one of them is 80, 87, somewhere along in there. Still going 85, 87, still getting on stage, still putting on the show, still doing it. And he says the only thing that's keeping him alive is going from show to show.
Let's boogie.
Well, look at them folks. John Conley. Yeah.
Look at Keith Richards.
Yeah.
Look at Keith Richards play with the Rolling Stones. Look at Mick Jagger.
How old is Mick?
He's older than I am.
He's
older than I am.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger gonna be 82, 83 years old. 84.
He's had a little more hard living than you.
I believe he has. He ain't never. Let me tell you about Mick though. He ain't never had to worry about if he gonna pay his light bill or not.
Hey, y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
And just like that, I'm back to loving life again.
Just like that, we are back for our 6th season at the Peach Depot, located on Highway 84 in Iron City, inside an 1890s train depot. It is our goal to provide you with the freshest local produce and other goodies that you will love. Come in and enjoy our homemade peach and strawberry ice cream, boiled peanuts, jellies, local honey, and of course, our delicious peaches. Peas, butter beans, and field corn will be available soon. Find us on Facebook at The Peach Depot and stay up to date with what we have in store every week. We are The Peach Depot, your local, family, historic produce market.
Hey guys, don't forget Peach Depot. This will be their last weekend coming up. It's for the season. They're seasonal operation. So you better get out there and get you something while the getting is still good at the Peach Depot. They're open. I know they'll be open tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Go clean them out. Go clean them out, and hey, make sure you get some of that good ice cream
Oh yeah.
while you're
That's
there,
good
topped
stuff.
with blueberries or peaches or strawberries.
Either one. Either one good. Don't matter. Everything they got down there is good. Good to eat.
All
Good
of them.
for you.
All of them are good.
Don't buy no lettuce, so yeah, for whatever sake y'all do, don't buy no lettuce and eat it. Woo!
Well, you know that
Explosive.
that
That's that
explosive
explosive
diarrhea.
stuff.
That's some bad
That's
stuff.
up there with that's up there with that she crab soup and
Yeah, I had a experience with something similar to that when I was in the hospital, and you know the difference between explosive diarrhea and diarrhea is, don't you?
tell me.
Well, in with diarrhea, you know, when you get that urge, when you feel that urge, that pain hits, you better get, like you said, 6 steps to the toilet. With explosive diarrhea, when you get that urge, it's too late.
Too late then. You
Yeah,
already
Hmm.
done.
it's
Don't.
too late.
Woo.
It's
Y'all
over.
be y'all be careful out there. Eat you some. Hey, look, eat you some cornbread and some Vienna sausage. And,
Potted meat.
yeah, eat you something that'll bond. You need a bond in nature.
Some of them beanie weenies.
Yeah, beanie weenie.
That
Beanie
reminds,
weenie.
that reminds me of stuff. I won't ever forget. Me and him went and did an auction one time, and we left for daylight. It was over when they were selling out Ray D's, and we pulled through. And first of all, he hot breathed the woman at the drive-through because she was rude to him, and he felt guilty and give her a tip when we pulled up through the drive-through. But he wanted us to get a bacon. No, excuse me, an egg, cheese, and a bologna biscuit. Big old thing. And that's what he kept saying. That was the word he used. He said, Marvin, it'll bond to us. It'll bond to us.
Stay with you all day. It'll be right
The
there.
problem was it bonded, and then I had 2 cups of coffee on top of it. And when we got over there,
Oh,
It come unglued.
the bonding came loose.
you'll have that sometime. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's it. We don't need to talk no. We don't spread the word about the cyclosporium
Oh,
virus and the Joe Biden quick step distancing method.
Charlie, I
So
got some pictures from you this week.
that is Cotton Patch, just up the road from me. All the crops we're showing here are dryland crops. Go to the next one. That is some late planted peanuts. As you can see, they got a long way to go and a short time to get there. That that is much better. It's on the 4 lane there in Headland. They're lapped up. In fact, they were lapped up pretty much by the 4th of July. They are, again, dry land peanuts, but that area right there have been getting the rain, rain, rain. Now, let's go to Pickleville here. Floyd, I'll let you tell the story, if you will.
Yeah, that was our good friend, the professor of produce, Charles Pickle, at his house. Must have been about last Wednesday or Thursday or Friday morning. I can't remember when it was, but anyway, they woke up and went out there in their little in their big den that got all the glass windows and all around it that you could see all around, and looked out in their flower bed, and there that gentleman was right there, right next to their house in the flower bed, and. So he started moving away. But I think Charles said he was about. Charlie looked at him and said he was about 8 feet long, an alligator.
Did you make it at the pond?
I don't know where they done. I think he did. I think he had been in the woods behind Charles's house back in there, a little cypress bottom back in there that held water. And I think there was a gator back there that was bigger than he was, a male gator that was bigger than he was, and he ran him out of there and ran him back to where he come from.
Mm.
So anyway, I think he's trying to make his way to either Charles's pond there in front of his house or either to over Spring Creek. But he's
He's,
gone.
look,
He left
he's
that
looking
best
for.
thing to do something like that. Leave it alone. Go on, just go ahead. He'll get on out of your way.
I saw a video one time on Facebook of this guy on a golf course, and he tried to throw a towel over one of them's heads so he could jump on it and grab it.
That works good on television.
You know, that works about as good as that 65-year-old man out there at Yellowstone Park this last few days, and the bison that obviously didn't like humans around. But I don't want to be ugly here. I know a lot of folks enjoy camping out, but my idea of camping is a Holiday Inn Express, especially
Mhm.
if I was at Yellowstone Park and you got two factors there you don't want to deal with: a grizzly bear and a 3,500 pound bison. And that
See,
460,
if I may interject, see, that's one thing I've never understood is folks camping. I've never understood people.
Easy,
See,
easy. Where you going now?
that's what our ancestors. The first thing they did when they got it, they built a house. They cut trees down and they built a house. They didn't camp. They camped just for a little while. But can you imagine? Can you imagine being in the woods, surrounded by bears and buffaloes and alligators and pampas cats and all that, and all you got between yourself and them is a tarpaulin, or just as bad as that, you are you have pulled your camper to the campsite, and you have put about $100 worth of gas in your truck to get there, and you pulled your camper to the campsite, and then and then about 5 feet away from your camper could be Charles Manson's brother living there in that camper. So there you are. You got your camper, and what's separating you from Charles Manson's brother is a piece of aluminum and it's about as thick as a sheet of paper. Huh, Queasel?
What? I'm listening. I'm
I
listening.
just never have understood that.
Yeah, you ain't a camper.
I'm not a camper. But that's like I say, our people came down here and cut down trees and hewed out logs and built a house so they could protect themselves from things like that.
Now, Queasel does a different kind of camping. When I come up as a Boy Scout, now listen to me, I camp in a tent with no bottom in it.
Well, that's okay, but you were playing. see, Queasel's serious. That Queasel, I know we got some friends. I've talked to one of them yesterday or either the day before yesterday on the telephone. One of his close friends in camps, and it seemed to come to find out they used to all of them, the whole family. Listen, the whole family would get in the camper and spend a weekend or a week together. I don't want to be around nobody in no camper for no week.
Well, see,
The family, let me finish. The family now that got so big and so many of them, the camper won't hold them. They got to rent a $200 a night room so they can stay in there and the camper. So they got the camper and the room. But I just never have got hooked on to the camping deal.
it really ain't no real big problem for me because the last time I went camping, I had the site rented for 14 days. I spent one night. The time before that, I had it rented for 14 days, and we spent 2 nights. And got called home, and so that's kind of the way that goes.
Well, I mean, is it like 14 days? Is that the minimum that you can camp?
No, that's the
You can
maximum.
pay. You got to pay for 14 days.
No, you can't stay but 14. But
Oh, so y'all stay the whole limit. The limit runs out on y'all staying there for 14 days.
me and my wife figured up since we've been in the camping business, which has been many years, the most we have ever been able to stay, the most, was 4 nights.
And that's probably has saved your life from
Oh, no.
Charles Thompson's brother right next door.
Well, we don't see. Here's the thing: we don't go for the camping. We go for the fishing. My camper won't work nowhere that you can't put a boat in, and it don't work in salt water. It voids the warranty if you take it anywhere near salt water. The hookups won't work, so you can't put a boat in. My camper won't go.
Okay, let me ask you here's another question with the camping deal. What
Okay.
about washing your bed sheets and your underwear? What do y'all go down by the lake and pound them out on a rock or something? Or what do you do?
No, we got running water just like you got running water. We just wash them.
Some of them folks got washers and dryers in them.
We ain't got there
man,
one of them.
please.
We
That's
the
not
folks.
camping. That's not camping. That's
We the
another
folks that
word
you
for
walk
that.
by, and you see drawers and all that hanging out on the. We put a clothes.
Hey, I got to take a break, but we got to talk about something about Cotton Hill when I come back. We'll be right back.
Yeah, let's.
Looking to buy or sell quality cattle with folks you can trust? Head on over to Seminole Livestock Auction, located on Highway 91 North in Donaldsonville, Georgia. Every Monday at 12 noon, buyers and sellers come together for a fast-paced, dependable cattle sale you can count on. Whether you're moving a few head or managing a larger operation, Seminole Livestock Auction delivers a fair market value and a smooth professional experience every time. With years of experience and a reputation built on honesty and service, this is where the Wiregrass area does business. Have cattle to sell or questions about the market? Call Gerald Mock today at 229-524-2305 and let him take care of your cattle sales needs. Seminole Livestock Auction, Highway 91, Donaldsonville. Sell every Monday at noon. Be there.
In Southwest Georgia, quality still means something. At Sowega Meat Company, we're proud to bring you the best, from pasture to plate. Step inside our 11,100 square foot USDA inspected processing facility, where tradition meets precision, and every cut is handled with care. Whether you need custom butchering, premium cuts for your table, or fresh, locally sourced specialty groceries, we've got you covered. 2 convenient locations to serve you: 1699 Highway 27 North in Colquitt, Georgia, and 17965 US Highway 431 South in Headland, Alabama. Because around here, we don't just sell meat. We deliver quality you can trust and flavor you can taste. Call 229-758-8600 or visit SowegaMeatCompany.com. Sowega Meat Company, rooted in tradition, cut above the rest.
All right, I wanted to tell y'all a story. This is real quick, it will. Got church members that go up to Cotton Hill. They go same place that Queasel and Sheriff Holt and them go and camp. A week or two ago, they were there, and one of the park rangers came by. I think the park ranger was from another part of the country. They had an American flag flying on a pole and a Christian flag under it. Told them they had to take the Christian flag down because it might be offensive.
Come on, man. This is in South Georgia, right across the river from Alabama.
That's it, right? No, it was in Georgia.
And that's why I say right across the river from Alabama.
They stood their ground. Now, they wound up leaving, but they stood their ground, and they made that woman go back, and she had misquoted that she interpreted it that they could go and tell all the campers that they couldn't, but it meant for the state or federal core property couldn't do it. But she went and told them that they had to take that Christian flag down, and my man he was not ugly, but he got hot. He told her he was going to call President Trump. He was going to do this. And I think one of her boys asked her, can all these other flags, but they told her it might be offensive to somebody.
She wanted to do it. She wanted that flag offended her.
Yes.
And taxpayers' money is paying her salary.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
You got to stand your ground, folks. I'm going to tell you, if you back up to them, they'll run all over you. They'll stomp you into the ground.
Well, I'm gonna commend my church members. They stood their ground.
That's good. That's good.
They stood.
And a lot of people wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of these mealy mouth people, these wussy people, they wouldn't do it. They'd roll up the flag. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry about offending people. That's why we still in business. We don't worry about offending idiots.
I imagine how it would work out if they'd have come knocking on your camper and told you to take down your Christian flag because it offended them.
Yeah, y'all have had something to pray about.
Well, I don't know if you saw this. Did you know that the city of Fort Gaines is looking at leasing Cotton Hill to be the agent that runs it now?
To do what? I'm sorry, do what now?
Federal government is looking at leasing Cotton Hill campground to the city of Fort Gaines to operate.
I heard it was to the county of Clay.
May have been Clay, Charlie.
Clay County. Because
when they do that,
now, and they are worthless. Corps of Engineers.
when they do that, we probably lose our
anything up. They don't do anything to it. They don't
senior
cut the grass,
citizens
don't do nothing.
discount. So
Say what now?
Say, go ahead.
I said when they do that, we'd probably lose our senior citizens discount, so we won't be back up there no way. You know, that's what the state built that new camp. Now you talking about a campground. The Georgia went in there and built one. The Honorable Gerald Green headed that. That's in his department.
Yeah, but that's in Bagby. That's up in Bagby.
He headed that up. Now let me tell you, they got something there, but they won't give no senior citizens discount. So you got to get that discount. That's what makes it worth it. But
Camping, that is.
This camp. That's that camping mentality. Yeah.
But in the last,
put $100 worth of gas, burn $100 worth of gas in the truck to drive 40 miles, and they go complain about ain't got my senior citizen discount, ain't got my $5 discount. That's gonna break me.
We get to sit up all day and talk about folks like you. See, that's what makes it fun. We talk about people like you, and that's what makes camping fun. You know, we talk
the fellowship, you mean?
Yeah, it's fellowship. We get up and talk about, these self-made, knowledgeable people. We
Let me tell you what I heard Floyd doing. They'd be around the campfire.
Yeah, that's
swatting mosquitoes the whole time, Floyd.
Yeah.
Swatting
You ain't gonna believe what Floyd done the other day. What he said. All right, Charlie, tell us about this.
I picked that up off of I think a picture off of Facebook, and the article said that the Donaldsonville dispensary was the same thing as we consider today going to the liquor store. Back in the old days, obviously, you went to the dispensary to get your liquor. A lot of folks went to somebody's house and got moonshine, but I think the dispensary was the legal liquor store. Maybe somebody can chime in on that.
Yeah, they was dispensing alcohol.
And Billy in Cockwood, we had a couple of dispensaries in Cockwood. One of them was down. It was run by a proprietor named Angeloni Reynolds, and she dispensed it out of a wash tub in her kitchen in there. She also sold hot dogs. She dispensed it and used half-pint whiskey bottles. Already used. Man, she couldn't buy no bottles, man. She was on a budget.
So she was making her own brew.
She may have her own. I don't know. She didn't make it, but she bought it by the 5-gallon jug full and poured it in a wash tub in her kitchen in there. But you could also get you a hot dog. You couldn't get no chili dog, please. You couldn't get no slow dog, but you could get a hot dog. And a hot dog consisted of
you don't know what kind of dog it was.
Piece of light bread with a wing rolled up in it. But that was, and the other one was a kind of a high-end place, and it was a doctor that ran that place, and his name was Dr. Carl Phillips, right out on the Phillipsburg Highway, and he ran that dispensary, and he dispensed it a half pint at the time, but it was sealed whiskey, and you folks that drank whiskey know what I'm talking about. It was sealed whiskey. Yeah, it had a seal on it, and you could go there at, like, say, at midnight, and you needed just some libation. You needed some more libation, and you knock on the door, and a hand come out the door with a half pint, and it might be gin, it might be vodka, it could be bourbon, it wasn't no Johnny Walker. I'll go ahead and tell you that. The hand come out the door, and you put the $2 in his hand. Y'all swapped hands. And
so you didn't get to pick what you
did not get to pick. You didn't go there and say, I think I'll get that and that. It was
how many half a pints?
We get many as you want.
No. How many over the years?
I have no. I didn't go there every day.
Truckloads.
I don't know. That was just two of them. But then we had the manufacturing end of it also. You had your manufacturers that produced it, and then it was capitalism at its finest. The manufacturers they bought corn and they bought sugar. So, capitalism at work.
They made flavor too. They had apple, peach,
I
different
didn't
kind.
have no apple. I didn't have an apple till later on.
You didn't have no.
Way on up in my adulthood, middle age, before I
Yeah,
ever
but
had any apple flavor. It was straight 100% fire water.
yeah, that apple was. That apple was. It would have been in the late 70s.
Late 70s, early 80s. Yeah. See,
Yeah,
I done went past that. See,
yeah.
that's what gets you in trouble when you doing anything like that and it tastes good. That's what gets you in trouble with it.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. It's like eating them Dairy Queen blizzards. They taste too good, and you'll get hooked on them.
So
Goat
like me
cheese.
and apple moonshine.
Oh man, son,
Oh,
you'd be
no,
number one.
no.
You'd want butterscotch.
No, he want goat cheese. Goat cheese flavored.
He don't just eat regular hoop cheese. You want goat cheese.
Goat cheese. You want to get Marvin fired up? Offer him some goat cheese. Now he had. You talking about no moderation? Now he has
I know
none.
him. I know him well.
None.
Yeah.
Hey, here's one that one of our friends that when we lack moderation, he'll help us out.
Sometimes you need a lawyer in your corner who ain't scared to fight. He'll defend you, don't matter if you are wrong or right. He's a South Georgia redneck with a ponytail and a law degree. With Billy Shingler as your lawyer, you will always be found not guilty. Just looking at Billy Shingler makes that DA weak. He'll mumble and fumble and be scared to speak. He'll shout, "Your Honor, I surrender, cause I know when I'm beat." Call Billy Shingler when the man has got them cuffs on tight. He'll fuss and cuss and slash and bun, shake his fist and holler, "I'm in your corner, let's fight, fight, fight."
Shingler Law, Donaldsonville, Georgia, 229-524-1225.
Hey, y'all looking for something cute, custom, and full of Southern charm? You've got to check out Southern Hissy Fits right on the square in Colquitt. From custom embroidery, personalized t-shirts, to stylish tumblers, unique gifts, soy candles, jewelry, custom wreath sashes, custom barred quilts, and boutique apparel. Southern Hissy Fits has a little bit of everything with a whole lot of personality. Need something custom for your business, team, or special occasion? They've got you covered with quality work and hometown service you can count on. Stop by and see them at 209 West College Street in Colquitt, or give them a call at 229-308-3360. And be sure to catch Trivia Time on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, sponsored proudly by Southern Hissy Fits. Southern Hissy Fits, where your style comes with a little Southern attitude.
All right, I know we've had some tough trivia questions in the past few weeks, so I'm not going to say this is an easy peasy question, but I think some of you will know it. It has to do with the Wiregrass area, has to do with history. During the 1980s and the 1990s, there was a house band that performed at the Breakers in Panama City Beach, Florida. What was that band's name? In the 80s and 90s, there was a house band that was an icon to Panama City Beach, and they performed at the Breakers every week in Panama City, Florida. If you can answer that question, Queasel, you know that one.
I think they come to Colquitt a time or two.
Yeah.
They did. Charlie, do you know the answer?
Oh, yeah.
Randy King got it. He was the first one out of the drawer.
What did he say?
Clutch.
That's right.
That's it, baby. Randy King's the winner.
We've got to get him something. What we're going to give him?
I don't know. What's he want, you reckon?
get him a mug or something.
Okay.
They'll do a mug
Yeah.
like this right here.
Yeah, they
Do that?
Yeah, they can do a mug. There's another one coming in on the. He was a little bit late there, but yeah, Clutch was the answer. Randy King is the. Yeah, that's got Dirt Road Sports on it. That's good. That was done at the at the Georgia National Fair. I had that done up there.
You reckon his fit folks can do that?
I don't know if they can do glass etching. That's glass etching.
They've got Floyd's name on it.
I know. Yeah.
You don't see that? They do something. We'll come up with something, Dynamite.
Hey, Dynamite, you won. Yep, you won. Clutch. Man, they were a good show, man.
They were good. They could do all kinds of impersonations.
Yeah, all the impersonations and everything.
Good. They had a young guy there that do Elvis. His name was. They call him Chachi, and they could do Elvis. Man, he looked like he could do them moves. He could sing. That guns could sing now. They could call him old Roy Orbison song, Beach Boys song. They had one. The leader of the band was his name. They called him Buttercup.
I see him.
Mm-hmm.
Buttercup.
Yep. Buttercup.
And then they had one that done an impersonation on a preacher, on one of them oldest preacher. He had a belt, and one of them big belt, white belts on and all. And his name was Bubba. Bubba was his name. I remember him. Yeah.
One of the requirements back in them days to play the Breakers was you had to do a floor show.
That was it.
And that's where they done that stuff you're talking about. That you just couldn't get up there and sing. You had to do a floor show. You had to be entertaining and get out and do a floor show on.
It was awesome. I tell you what. And Breakers, you could go in there, man, and get you a ribeye or a prime rib and a baked potato. It was, but you had to call and get reservations. See, that's when places were high class places.
That's
where
right.
You could go and enjoy yourself. And it wasn't all that expensive. I mean, it wasn't oppressive.
Wasn't no more expensive nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
I tell you what they used to do. They were smart marketing wise. They advertised with radio stations in Dothan, Tallahassee during the off season. They got plenty of folks down there during the summertime, tourists to make the money with, but in the off season, Clutch still played down there, and they would advertise different towns, and that would help supplement that income when the beach crowd left.
Yeah, that's right. They would fill that place up.
And then they'd always, I don't know if you remember this, they'd always be an airplane pulling a tail banner that'd say Breakers.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
But that was, like I say, it was a high class, affordable place where you could go have you a good meal, enjoy yourself with you and your wife and your friends and everything. And it was just a great place to go. And now it's totally different down there. It is absolutely totally. You have to stand in line for 2 hours to get anywhere. We rode the last time me and Nadine was down there. This was several years ago. Her niece has got a place down there, and we were coming into Panama City, and looking in there was the Olive Garden and the Longhorn Steakhouse, and they were people lined up out the door to go into the Olive Garden and the Longhorn
in Panama City.
And every one of them, every person that was in line at home, they 30 minutes away from an Olive Garden or a Longhorn Steakhouse, and there they are standing in that. People are just sheep these days. They will do anything. They'll just sit there like a bunch of stupid sheep waiting to get into a Olive Garden.
What was dumb to me was folks that were standing in line to get in the Red Lobster down there on 98.
Absolutely.
That is the dumbest thing I ever thought of.
They had all them seafood places down there, all that seafood, but no, we're going to go to the Red Lobster.
You know, one of the best restaurants down there to me, Angelo's Steak Pit.
Right. That was good. Sure was.
Look, but I am 55 years old. I have never eaten a meal at Captain Anderson's.
I've eaten 2 or 3 there. I had to eat a lot of them.
I've ate them. Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
They got some of the best. They got a fish. I reckon they still serve it. Used to be called Scamp Imperial.
Mm-hmm.
It was grilled scamp, and then they put grilled crab meat on top of it. And
That's
you
right.
Talk about something fitting to eat.
That sounds like you, Mark.
Oh yeah,
Man, it was
the
good.
son or somebody of them. Ain't he a congressman now for Florida?
Yep.
The Patronus family
I
owned
see
it.
him Patronus.
He was the comptroller for the state of Florida for a long time. Now I don't know if he's just moved up into the.
Yeah, he took that guy from Pensacola that quit, the one that they thought Trump was going to give he baited him up and was going to give him the attorney general and then pulled it from him and he resigned. He took that seat, Queasel.
Hey, Greek. They Greek.
Yeah,
My daddy knew them well. They traded with us when they would come back through going to see the kinfolks. They'd always stop at the station, and that's what got us started eating down there. The old man Patronus and Daddy was pretty tight. They were pretty good buddies. They were just as friendly
Good
and
folks.
nice folks as you ever want to meet. They really was. Patronus family. They got a school down there. There's a high school down there on Panama City Beach. I think it's a high school. It might be a middle school. I don't know, but anyway, it might be an elementary school. But it's named after the Patronus family. They was good community-minded people. They put back into the community. Because Lord knows it, the money they didn't make off that community.
How long has Captain Anderson's been there?
Ever since I can remember.
Yeah.
I was probably. I'll say I was maybe 10 or 12 that I can remember. That I can remember knowing here come Mr. Patronus and his family, and to the and then they'd stop, and then when we'd go to Panama City, we never did go to Panama City much. We'd go to Mexico Beach, but Daddy'd always drive to Panama City to see Mr. Patronus, and we'd go in and eat, and they'd sit down, he'd sit down, and just had a good. Him and Daddy loved to talk, and my daddy was shy. He didn't talk to very many people, and
You believe that?
No, he was a communicator.
He
Boy,
was a
like
communicator, and him and Mr. Patronus was just alike. And they both built their businesses on the same thing. Daddy built our business on service, and that's what Mr. Patronus built that restaurant on, service and good food. And the food tasted the same every time you went in there. And it grown. They put a fish market in it, then they put everything else. And I guess it's still open. I ain't been to Panama. Last time I've been to Panama
I think
City.
so. I think it's still open down
Yeah,
there.
that's what Brian Pickle just texted and said it is still open.
Still open.
Oh yeah.
There used to be some great places in Panama. And Hunt's Oyster Bar down there.
Hunt's Oyster Bar.
Oh my gosh, what's some good eating over there.
And Floyd, you or Charlie, either one of y'all remember on old downtown Panama City, there's a place down there called the Captain's Table.
Yeah.
I ain't never been there. I ain't never been to that place.
Man,
You remember a place on the bay that you could cut through by the college, Allen's, that was on the bay?
I do.
That was another. It burned. That was another good place.
The
down there.
Captain's Table is on the bay. It's back in there on where the old boats, where they dock there on the bay.
Another good one that's still there is Uncle Ernie's. I don't know if y'all have ever eaten at Uncle Ernie's.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that one.
Great restaurant.
Yeah, Charles and Pam Pickle eat there when they go down there to Panama City to do business down there. They eat at Uncle Ernie's, and he'll send me
Good
pictures.
place.
I love it. Food looks delicious. They still good places to eat. Y'all stay away from all these big old chain restaurants. You're not gonna get a good meal there. Everything that they put in there is frozen. It comes out of a can. It just ain't the same as somebody that owns that business that wants to serve you and wants you to enjoy their food. If you can, find local people to do business with. Wherever you are, if you're in Cockwood or Donaldsonville, wherever you are, stay away from these blooming chains. I'm telling you.
Yep, do local, trade local.
There's a place that's no longer open, but Floyd, I bet you went there one time down at Carabel, Julia May's world famous house of seafood. You remember that?
I ain't never been. Went to Spring Creek. I've been to Spring Creek, but I ain't never been there.
What's that other one down there?
Angelo's.
Yeah, Angelo's steak pit.
No, that's not seafood.
We just talking about another place. Okay, I got you.
Hey guys, we got on the phone with us right now Kenneth Wayne Garney, KWG Plumbing LLC. He's licensed in Alabama. He's licensed in Georgia. 229-220-6694 is the magic number to call. Residential, commercial, industrial, new construction, existing construction, repairs. It does not matter because one call does it all. And if you ain't flowing, he will get you going. Brother Wayne, good to hear from you.
Let me cut you on the speaker.
Hold on, Brother Wayne, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
I have my speaker off, Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I was in the bathroom when y'all called a while ago taking care of the paperwork, but anyhow, I got it straightened out. But I'm sitting here on the banks of White Oak Creek in Eufaula, Alabama, catching fish like they're going out of style.
Well, I got some
Listen there.
pictures here. One of you's holding up what's that? A speckled perch?
Shell
No.
cracker.
Shell cracker, not a speckled perch. And then a
Shell
table
cracker.
slam
Catching
full
Catching them right off the beach. Don't even need a boat. Just cast a line right off the beach.
All right, now I got 2 tablesfuls of fish. Tell me about these.
Yes, sir. That was the one with the catfish in the brim. That was last Thursday night when y'all called, and I was on Seminole, and my phone service was going in and out. So that's what we ended up with off of the Chattahoochee River, and then the 13, I caught them the weekend. Everything went good except for the boat motor wouldn't run good, and I got caught in a storm. But other than that, it was a pretty good weekend.
And it looks like it's cooler today of these shell cracker and brim. That's today.
That's today. That's right here off White Oak Creek Beach. We right here at the campground on White Oak Creek, and just catching those right off the beach. Don't even need a boat. Just cast a line right off the beach.
Wow. Well, it looks like you've done some new showers this week.
Yes, sir. One of those is at the Osceola Hotel in Donaldsonville, Georgia. Floyd was talking about trading local, or somebody was. I heard. If y'all ever want to stay at a nice hotel, that Osceola in Donaldsonville, that is a extremely nice antique hotel. That and the other one is in K Road, Georgia. We did that one, finished it up Tuesday of this week. But that hotel in Donaldsonville, the one with the gold shower, that was a operational hotel in the early 1900s. They said like 1902 and 1903, that thing was a fully functional hotel. And there was some kind of antiques in that thing. It was a beauty. It's been a pleasure to work there for sure.
Well, brother, will you leave us with some words of wisdom?
Yes, sir. I got a few. Always keep a smile on your face and give God the glory first, no matter if you're in a bad situation, good situation. And Mick Jagger says that, well, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you might get what you need. And, with children nowadays, if anybody's out there listening that's got young children, my children is 18 and 15, and I try to teach them this. Everybody's like, well, I want to leave them this, I want to leave them that. The best thing you can leave your children with is not money. The best thing you can leave them with is teach them how to make money, teach them how to problem solve, and teach them how to be friendly and good, godly folks. I mean, they say money is cured all sadness, but money don't cure everything. There's things in life that no matter how much money you got, the rich people, they still depressed and sad, but
they need to go
with my
fishing
kids
more
growing
often.
up, I just want to pass it on down to them. Be able to fend for themselves when times get hard. Mom and daddy ain't there. They got to be able to fend for themselves.
That's right, brother.
I appreciate y'all sharing my ad. And last couple of weeks kind of been in and out, and this week in the bathroom and this and that and other. So I'm glad I got to talk to y'all tonight.
God bless
I appreciate
you, brother.
sharing my ad.
We'll see you next Thursday.
All right. Happy birthday, Floyd.
Thank you, baby. See you.
Oh, having fun. Hey, y'all don't mind, I need to pay another bill right here.
Oak Pond Nursery and LAE Farms are proud sponsors of dirt road sports in our local community. At Oak Pond Nursery, we are dedicated to helping your landscape thrive all year long. Located at 3796 Travelers Rest Road in Newton, Georgia, we are your premier wholesale destination. Whether you're looking to re-landscape your home or business, or you just want to introduce some simple, beautiful elements to your yard, we've got something for everyone. Our incredible availability and selection features liners, perennials, annuals, hanging baskets, shrubs, as well as a wide variety of trees. And yes, we even sell blueberry plants, so you can take a piece of the harvest home with you. So come see us, because at Oak Pond Nursery, when it's not blueberry season at LAE Farms, it's always plant season. We hope to see you soon.
Guys, what do y'all think the president's going to speak on tonight?
I don't know. Know what he needs to speak on. He needs to speak on how he going to eliminate the Iranian Republican Guard Corporation, or whatever they call themselves. He knows where they live. He knows where they are, and that's what he needs to speak on. Now, who knows what he's going to speak on? They ain't no telling. And he liable to change. He liable to change lanes with you right in mid speech, if you will. So here's the deal: if y'all want to stay with us and listen to us for a little while longer, we ain't gonna be run off by what Donald Trump's gonna say. You can always find out what Trump has said. That's probably the best way to deal with it. And then you can switch him off pretty quick when he gets to rambling like he normally does. But what do you think he's going to talk about?
Well, I'm going to give you a shocker.
What's that?
ABC and NBC said they wasn't carrying him.
That'd be fine. Is he the commander in chief?
And in charge of the Federal Communication Commission.
Well, if he don't do this, if he don't say, I'm fixing to preempt y'all, CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, or whatever they call themselves, I'm fixing to preempt y'all. And because the stupid people that listen to y'all need to hear the truth. So I'm fixing to preempt y'all. I can do that. I have the authority to do that.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do. Here's the thing about Trump don't do sometimes what he has the authority to do. He don't do it. He mealy mouths around with it, and he beats around the bush with it, and he does this, and we're still in communication and talks with the Iranians. This waste of time to waste your breath on them heathens.
But talking not gonna get anywhere. How long have you been talking to them?
40-something, 50 years.
47 years.
Before that, talking to them. You can't deal with them people.
No.
But here's the thing about it. Here's one thing that they ain't got no nuclear capability right there. That's the only thing they had going for them was they had the nuclear capability. And what they like a bully that scared to death that somebody's gonna whoop his ass. They like that bully because they want everybody to think they still got nuclear weapons somewhere. They ain't got no nuclear weapon. If they had a nuclear weapon, they would have used them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They have nothing but mouth, and that's what a bully has is mouth.
You ever been around like in a social setting where somebody they were full of mouth?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Like
I'll tell you, like a social setting, somebody full of mouth. You got a family reunion going on. You gathering for Thanksgiving, or you got anniversary going on, and here these folks is. They done invited you into their home. They done spent money cleaning their house up, putting out the fine china, putting out the tablecloth, and cleaning up and doing this and getting the yards mowed. And people have cooked and provided food and bring dishes and all. And they bring it in there and they set it all out. And everything's going good until one shows up. One. It takes one to kill the whole deal. Here's what y'all folks need to do that has these events like this. You need to know who he is. Because you know him. You know who it is that's going to come and show out. You need to meet him at the door. And with 2 or 3 of you don't need to just be one, because he probably bullied y'all around. And just grab him by the nape of his neck and by his belt back there and take him right back and chuck him into his automobile and say, now you get from here. And your reunion and your anniversary party and all that'll go pretty smooth, but it takes one. Always one. And that's what the Iranians are. They're one. Mm-hmm. They're the one at the party that is causing they're funding all of the terrorist acts in the Mideast. They're even shooting missiles at Bahrain. Bahrain don't even have an army. They don't have nothing. No. All they got in Bahrain is liquor for them Saudis to drive across the bridge so they can drink whiskey and then drive back into Saudi Arabia. I know.
Well, let me, because I got some big teeing up your Q-tips in just a second. So I'm fixing to go there. Let me ask this question: like, what about? Because I didn't run in that, but like. Say, would there ever be one like the Plantation Club, a mouth there? Like
yeah, but they had people that could control them. They had people that could handle that. I'm going to tell you what, one of the toughest bouncers ever lived at the Plantation Club was a man named Brant Sanders. He wasn't big. He wasn't big and he wasn't muscular, but man, was he forevermore
Tough.
wound tight. You just might as well just jump into a pile of coiled up barbed wire and say, I think to whoop you. I've seen him throw a mouth up there, and Scrooge Johnson, the deputy sheriff, and Sheriff Johnson, Gator Johnson, the sheriff. Scrooge, however, he always had a blackjack in his pocket. He had one of them slapsticks in his pocket. Man, you could hear that thing when it went off him. Like so get him out and drag him out. He'd be gone. He out the door. See, you handle stuff like that. That's how you used to handle it. It's like all these mobs and all they got right now. All these teen takeovers and all this. Nobody has went upside any of them's head with a slapstick, with a blackjack. Nobody. They let them do it. Let them get away.
Reckon how many teen takeover would Mr. Buck Talbot put up with?
If I may, while we've morphed into that, can I share something with y'all about the teen takeover?
Go ahead.
You know, nobody calls anything what it really is anymore. You know? They call bums and drug addicts just laying up in the street, crapping in the street, shooting up needles. They call those unhoused people.
That's right.
They call these transvestites men that pretend to be women, pretending to be a woman. They don't call them a transvestite anymore. That's what they were. Now they're trans women. No such thing. They don't call things like it used to be. So the youth, the teen takeovers. They are the youth. Used to you call them delinquents, thugs, hoodlums. Not no more. It's teens. Let me read you something about it. This is what the liberals. This is what they blame the teen takeovers on. Now, any of you people up there in Martha's Vineyard, I hope you turn this up and listen to this. Because this is directly to you and to these lunatic liberal people, especially lunatic liberal white women, if you will. Explanation one is they're lonely. They're suffering from loneliness.
So that causes him to want teen takeovers.
It's not out of control youth. More often than not, it's the desperate need for connection. That's what they call it. Here's another one. Explanation number two, COVID. COVID has caused everything. COVID has blamed everything. It's created a mental health crisis. COVID did. Okay, here's number three. Emotional neediness. They are emotionally deprived. A lot of times when you see kids and teens out here, it's a cry for help. I'm gonna tell you, if the real world that cry for help, they'd be laying down there in the street with their skull busted open with a blackjack saying, "Oh, help me, help me, help me." That's the only kind of cry for help that they need. Explanation number four is poverty. They ain't a damn one of them in the street that ain't got a $1,500 to $2,000 cell phone in their hand. They got the dreadlocks, they got the weaves, they got the eyelashes, they got it all. They are not poor people. Okay? They're not living in poverty. Here's another one. Number five, hunger. They are hungry. This is the reason they're doing this is because they're suffering from hunger. You know what the number one problem of youth, of medical issues is now? Obesity. Because they've lived on food stamps and eat honey buns and cinnamon rolls and pop their whole life. Number six. Here's the good. Capitalism. Capitalism is causing all of this. The takeovers are a symptom of capitalism, says Robin Vincent, host of Detroit National Public Radio. Instead of being built for kids, American cities were built for spending money. They're built for consumerism. Man, please, you talk about somebody consuming stuff, it's that bunch. that's in the street. They consume it now. Not only do they consume material things, they consume your freedom. You don't have your freedom to go downtown and shop and take your family out nowhere because you got to dodge that bunch of folks. All right, number 7, they don't have any safe spaces. Have y'all heard that before? Safe spaces. They don't have safe, no, because they have done away with safe spaces. There's nowhere safe around them. Normal people cannot be safe around them. When you got lead flying everywhere, you cannot be safe. Number 8, they don't have any opportunities. What you think, Mark? They have no opportunities to do nothing.
Free college,
Free everything. Everything they've had their whole life been free. Somebody give, some taxpayer has worked and give it to them. Number 9. Here's the good one right here. They waited till the last to address it. Too much law enforcement.
Ooh.
Too much law. Need to do away with the law enforcement. They've already done away with the cash bond because they know if they get arrested, nothing is going to happen to them. But that is the explanation right there for the teen takeovers, if you will.
Lord help.
What do y'all think? What do you think, Johnny? What do you think, Queasel?
Well, I think that the biggest thing with the teen takeover is mom and daddy didn't set the boundaries when they was at the house.
Whoa. Easy. Back now. Back. Who do you say the problem was? Who?
Mom and daddy.
Whoa. Oh, you're being insensitive.
Yeah, racial.
You're being insensitive because they ain't no daddy there, Queasel.
Well, somebody.
They ain't no daddy there, man. 85% of them don't even know who their daddy is. They not there. They got mama, and mama don't care. That's what the problem is with that. No daddy. We got daddy somewhere. Daddy's scattered around, but it ain't the
raising.
Ain't nobody raising them.
Most of these
you was raised. I was raised. We was all raised. They ain't raised.
If you take all those terms you had and you translated that into old English, it would pretty much mean spoiled. They got their way from the time they was grown. They never told no. They got everything they needed. They like you said, they got $1,000, $1,500 cell phone. They never worked a day in their life.
$400 tennis shoes, no problem, man.
I can remember my daddy knew what time I got out of school, and he knew how long it took me to get from the schoolhouse to my house to change clothes and get back to that station. And short of being in the funeral home, I better be there.
That's right.
And there wasn't no option. I didn't have time to get in all that trouble. I just
a whole different world today.
It is.
Yep.
It is a whole different world. And but you know they got laws now where you can't make these children work.
Lord help. Hey, we'll be right back.
Mornings at the station start right on the square in Colquitt, Georgia. Open Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. It's your go-to spot for a fresh, hot breakfast and a friendly face to start your day. Then, when the day rolls on, head on down to Bainbridge and follow the smoke to J3 Barbecue, where it's more than just a meal. It's the art of turning strangers into friends by treating them like family. At J3, you'll find slow-cooked barbecue done right, homemade ice cream, and serious flavor in every bite. Family-owned, with a true family atmosphere, where every guest is welcome like one of their own. Dine in, carry out, or let J3 handle your catering, because great food brings people together. So start your morning at the station in Colquitt and end your day at J3 Barbecue in Bainbridge. Good food, good people. 2 stops, 1 unforgettable experience. The station and J3 Barbecue are the proud sponsor of Q-Tips with Queasel.
So that's me?
That's you.
Well, you usually have something to say, but you ain't got nothing to say.
I'm sorry. I just went straight to you.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, so here's the deal. What I want to talk to you about tonight is, we were just talking about working and working at a young age. One of the first things I learned when I was working with how important your tires are that are on your vehicle. You know, when you think about it, people don't ever think about their tires too much. They more concerned with the radio, the satellite radio, the cell phone hookup, the air conditioner. All those things are more important now than the tires. The tires don't play that big a part to anybody more. All they do is just roll over and, turn over and get you down the road. Let me tell you something. The tires on your vehicle, other than the engine, is probably the most important thing on there. You take the engine and the transmission and you get all that working good. None of that's worth 2 cents if your tires ain't in the shape they need to be in. But we don't ever think about checking our tires. We don't never thinking about checking the tread wear. I bet you, I'd be willing to bet you that 100% of the younger generation, like Floyd been talking about, they couldn't tell you what the tread depth on a tire meant if their life depended on it. They have no idea. But the tread depth is the depth of the tread on your tire. The tires are designed with, they have a tread and then they have channels in between them. It doesn't really matter what kind of tire you get. It's always got a channel somewhere. And in that channel, there's a little rubber tab that's in there, sort of. And that's your tread wear indicator. When a tire gets somewhere around 4/32 tread wear, you're going to start seeing that tab. And when it gets to 2/32, that is the lowest amount for that you can safely drive a car or a truck. There's a little tab in there. It's called a tread wear indicator. You'll see it. It'll run diagonal across the tire horizontally in the little tread gaps. When you can feel that indicator, you need to be hunting some tires. Now, we've all drove Maypops, but it wasn't because we wasn't paying attention to tires. It's just because we couldn't afford to buy no tires. But nowadays, we can afford tires. These vehicles nowadays are built, all these SUVs, ain't an SUV out there that ain't top heavy. The last thing you want is a tire hitting water and hydroplaning. So let me encourage you. My tip for you is on your tires is number one, keep the air checked in them. I know we talk about it in the winter because the temperature difference. But what about in the summer? It's pushing 100 degrees in the daytime, and at night it's down in the, low 80s. Sometimes might even get into the high 70s. Well, that's a 25 degree temperature drop for every 1 degree of ambient temperature that drops. For every 10 degrees of ambient temperature that drops, your tire loses a pound of air, but it don't make it back. So check the air in your tires and make sure you carry the maximum amount of air that's posted on that tire. Keep it in there. Keep your tread wear. And when you see those indicators, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. You'll see them. It don't fit in the tread of the tire. You'll see it looks different. When you can feel that, then you need to replace your tires. You can use the penny trick where you can see Abraham Lincoln's head and all that kind of stuff if you want to. The most safest and most dependable, you look for that tread wear indicator. You keep good tires on your vehicle, because if your tires don't have a thick enough tread wear, you hit some water, it ain't if you're going to hydroplane, it's just when you're going to hydroplane. And when you do, you lose all steering control of your vehicle. Keep your tires checked, folks. That's Queasel's tip for the day.
If you're all mixed up about the body that you're in, there's a man down south that'll change you from a rooster to a hen. They call him Castrating Carl because that's his trade. It won't take him long when he opens up his blade. He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny. And your daddy will never have to call you son. Castrating Carl, the man with the plan. He's from Bascom, where you don't have to ask him, are you a woman or a man? He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny. And your daddy will never have to call you son.
Looking for great food, a welcoming atmosphere, and a place that just feels like home? Come on down to TK's Bar and Grill in Colquitt, Georgia, right there at 571 North Cuthbert Street. TK's is serving up fresh, flavorful meals that keep folks coming back again and again. Whether you're stopping in for a quick lunch or sitting down to unwind with friends over supper, you'll taste the difference in every bite. We're open Monday through Friday for lunch and Wednesday through Friday for supper. Call ahead and we'll have it ready for you at 229-254-7850. TK's Bar and Grill. Great food, great atmosphere, and a great experience right here in good old Colquitt.
Hey guys, it's time for Marv's Minute in the Word. Faith, hope, truth, and love. This week we're going to talk about the Father's love for his children. God's love for his children is extremely wide, long, high, and deep. And I don't know that we will ever be able to fully fathom the extent of God's love, just how much he really loves us. And his love is constant. That means it's unchanging. That means it's eternal. But sometimes when we get in our feelings, we kind of tell ourselves differently. Sometimes we take our behavior and we correlate it to God's divine love. When we've been good, we think that we're loved by God. But then when we sin or make mistakes, we sometimes question whether or not he cares for us. It's kind of like a mom and dad. You know, when your child is disciplined and a child is done wrong, you discipline, but you don't quit loving them. And that's the way that God is with us. I read this and I like this. He disapproves of us far more often than he loves us. His love is constant for us. It never changes in spite of our behavior. He still loves us. That's the truth of God's love. The Bible says in John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. That's been Marv's Minute in the Word this week. And now it's time for the birthday boy, the legend, 79 years old, Floyd's Frolicans, brought to us by our good friend, our confidant, our pal, our sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity, Mr. T.C. Berryhill, proprietor in general of Berryhill Auctioneers.
You know, I'm sitting there, you talking about, we talk about family reunions and family and old time stuff. You know, we like to talk about things like that, and I hope y'all enjoy that. I hope we don't bore y'all with any of that. But I came up at a time where, and we were talking about, you know, the lady with the selling the liquor by the half pint, and the Dr. Carl Phillips there selling liquor by the half pint. You know, that's how mostly some of my uncles and some of my kinfolks and all, some of my uncles' friends, that's how they consume whiskey by the half pint. And if you want to show them the explanation of a drunk dope, of a broke drunk, is he buys whiskey by the half pint. He don't buy it by the fifth of the half gallon. So that's, anytime you see anybody buy whiskey by the half pint, they broke and they are drunk.
So you saying many a men kept it in their pocket?
They kept it in the overhaul pocket. They keep it in the back pocket. They keep it in the pocket of the pickup truck. They keep it anywhere they can find it. They some of them slide it down in the boot down there. You know?
In the sock, yeah.
You've seen that, ain't you, Queen?
I've seen it, yes, sir.
But anyway, I had an Uncle Coot. And Uncle Coot, he was bad about drinking by the half pint. and he's bad about coon hunting. He loved the coon hunting. And the reason Uncle Coot loved the coon hunt, he could get with all his buddies. He get with his buddies and his friends and all that. I remember his buddy named Rufus. Had a buddy named Rufus. Had a buddy named Ado. Had a buddy named Buford. And they loved the coon hunt, but the reason they loved the coon hunt, they could get away from the wife and they go out there and they lay around the campfire, drink whiskey, eat beanie weenies, eat potted meat, eat bang sausage, soda crackers, hoop cheese, and just socialize. It was a social gathering. Like we talking about, we should go down there, social gathering. We'd go down there to the Breakers, and that was a prime rib. They didn't do that. They were socialized in a totally different environment. But anyway, I loved Uncle Coot, and I drug off with him one time coon hunting. And Uncle Coot, bless his heart, Uncle Coot had lost his leg, lost the bottom part of his leg down there.
Lost his leg.
He had a wood leg down there. Had a wood leg.
How did he lose his leg?
He was a fishing accident. Coot was fishing.
Fishing accident.
Lost his leg. And you supposed to ask me now, Marvin, how did he lose his leg? No, you had to finish.
So how did he lose it in a fishing accident?
That's better.
He wasn't fishing. Normal Uncle Coot was fishing with dynamite. He had a bunch of little pieces of dynamite, about 3 or 4 inches long, like 4 inches long, 5 inches, and he throw it out in the water, and it boosh out, it blow up like that. Well, Uncle Coot, he had lit his. He was bad to smoke and bad to drink. He smoked Prince Albert cigarettes. And so Uncle Coot, he was trying to get him a drink out of his half pint bottle and trying to light his Prince Albert cigarette and light his dynamite all at the same time to throw out there the fish, to blow the fish up out. So anyway, he went to throw the fish like that, and it fell out of his hand and fell down in the bottom of the boat and blowed his bottom of his leg off and blowed the hole in the boat. And they all had to swim out. You know, him and Rufus and Buford had to swim out. But he was an interesting fellow, and they loved to coon hunt, if you will. So I drug off with him one time, coon hunt. And we lay, that's the boldness, because I was too young to drink, and I like them vine sausage and soda crackers and hoop cheese. I was enjoying all that with socializing. I listened to all them old stories. They laying around there. And they had the coon dogs over there. They had the coon dogs in the back of the truck, had them in a box in the back. Well, it wasn't time to cut the coon dog turn, because they want to stay out there all night long. They want to stay they want to make like camping, if you will. They're like camping. Stay out there in the woods all night long. So they built up a fire, had them a big bonfire going, had them some lighted going, some lighted knots and lighted all on there, and wood on there, had them a big bonfire going. They drinking whiskey and carrying on drinking whiskey. And anyway, Uncle Coot, they still had the dogs in the box back there. And they had about done drunk out. They had about done drunk all the whiskey they could drink. And they know the clock was running. And they needed to let the dogs run because the dogs was getting rest. So anyway, they one of them drove around and let the dogs out. They let the dogs on the other side. They let the dogs out on the other side. And the dogs run the coon back toward them, you see. So anyway, one of them that was the soberest, he drove the truck around and let the dogs out. And it's a pretty good little ways over there because they want to hear the dogs run. They, yoop, 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 all that. They want to hear all that. That's music, what they call it. All of them, they know the tone of the dog howling. So they went over and let all. And in the meantime, Uncle Coot had done had a pretty good little snoot full there, and he got sleepy. So he went to sleep. Uncle Coot had his wood leg. He got flounced around there, and his wood leg got caught over in the fire with a firewood. They had the stump burning where the fire was, and his wood leg caught on fire, and it burned his wood leg all the way up. Burned his wood leg about halfway up, so he didn't have about that much wood leg when he ought to have the foot and the rest of his leg, but he got about that much, you know. So anyway, they turned the dogs out. Yow, yow, yow. Then the dogs went to hollering, and Uncle Dump jumped up. Uncle Dump jumped up, and he went to running. Uncle Dump went to running. He run off out there, and his leg, he didn't have a half a leg. He was running along there. He's doing like that. He's doing like that. Because he didn't have an ankle leg. He hollered down and said, "Watch out, boys! Watch out, boys!" And they just go for hole. That mother step out
Oh,
Hey, you can't make this stuff up. Anybody that wants to prove that I'm lying, prove it.
oh, oh, go for hole. All right. Thank you, Kelly Crop Insurance, for being with us every Thursday night in Colquitt, Georgia, and serving producers in our area and keep them going. Kelly Crop Insurance, Colquitt, Georgia. Well, we're going to do a little bit of prognosticating here. Uh, Chance of rain tomorrow, not that great, really. But then, Saturday, up the number goes. We're looking at about an 80% chance of showers and possibly some thunderstorms on Saturday. Sunday, we're at about a 70% probability. It backs off to 20, 30 for a couple of days. Notice temperatures up above 90 degrees each day. But now there's something we just need to mention. Going to make a brief mention of this. There is an area that could have some tropical development. It's in the eastern part. The Gulf of Mexico stretches up toward the Charleston area. That remains to be seen, about a 20% chance of some kind of development. If that were to happen near us in that part of the Gulf, we could see even more rain out of it than we were anticipating. But we'll have to wait and see. Thank y'all, folks, for watching. We appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and pray for this nation, pray for one another. And always remember, life is precious. I'll give you an example of how we never know. One of my best friends called me Monday night to let me know that his daughter, who was 52 years old, was driving down the highway and passed away. We don't ever know. Be ready and be ready for it when it comes to you. Queasel?
Thank you, Charlie. You right. You so right. We live like we got forever, but we don't. Hey, appreciate y'all letting us in to your homes tonight. It means a lot to us to know that you trust us. Floyd, happy birthday, old buddy. You've been a good friend for a long, long, long time. I hope you continue to be one for a long, long, long time. And but the happy 79th, you're a good man. You keep us laughing when can't nobody else do it. You can keep us laughing. And we appreciate you. Uh, if you see a veteran or you see somebody that's active duty, take a moment and walk up to them and thank them. Thank them for their service. Thank them for what they've done. Because if they hadn't did what they did, you and I could not be doing the things that we do. Uh, I don't know if you get a chance or not, but on the History Channel, there's some thing I call World War II with Tom Hanks, and it starts at the very beginning of World War II, and it carries you through the end. I haven't made it all the way to the end, but you should start watching that. That will make you appreciate all you people who hate America. You watch that and see what America did for the world and how lucky we are to live here. But for our veterans, and active service. Thank y'all for what you're doing. We appreciate you. If you see a law officer, uh, like Floyd mentioned earlier, nowadays ain't a good time. That ain't a popular job to be in law enforcement. But if you see a police officer, a sheriff, a deputy, a state trooper, somebody in the investigative unit, anybody that's in the law enforcement side of it, tell them thank you. Tell them you appreciate what they do. If you see a EMT or paramedic or maybe an old firefighter somewhere, tell them thank you. They the ones that run into what everybody else runs away from. Those people put their lives on the line every day so that you and I can live safe and not have to worry about a lot of stuff that if it wasn't for them, we would. We are so blessed to live in America. I hadn't figured out what we all did that God decided that we deserve to live where we live. But we are so blessed to live here. You people who don't like living here, who hate America, listen, Delta's ready when you are. They got plenty of tickets and plenty of seats and plenty of airplanes. So just let them know, and they'll take you anywhere else in this world that you want to go, and then try out all these freedoms that you say you're entitled to, and see how that works out. Thank y'all for watching us. We love you, and um, just just remember, be thankful for what you got and be thankful for where you live. Floyd?
Thank you, Quinn. Yeah, we've enjoyed being with y'all tonight. Hope y'all had a good time. We all got an expiration date stamped on us.
Mm-hmm.
We got an expiration date stamp. We don't know when that date is. But every moment that you have in your life, every moment that the good Lord gives you, and you got your mind to know what you're doing, give thanks for what you got. Try to be happy. Try to show God that you're happy, that you appreciate being alive, and you appreciate being one of His children. Try to show Him that. I tell you, people, a lot of people try to control things. They control addicts. They try to control their money, their wealth. You can't do that because somebody sitting somewhere on a computer right there, they one click away from emptying your bank account. Try to control, they're gonna control health. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stay healthy. No, you don't. They're gonna think because if you could control your health, nobody would ever get sick. Everybody live forever. If you could control your money, everybody'd be rich. Ain't but two things, and the last thing that you can't control is what other people do. You have no control of it. The only thing that you can control, there's two things in your life that you can control. Two. Number one is your integrity. And number two is your mindset, what goes on in your mind. Sometimes we get in a state of despondency, and our mind starts, and it's the devil. I ain't preaching no sermon to you, but that's exactly what it is. He starts working on your mind, and you get depressed, and you get despondent, and you don't know what to do. You got to say, Lord, let me get away from this. Get behind me, Satan. Get my mind right. Get your mind right and get your integrity right. That's the only two things in life you can control. And when you do that, then you'll be a heap better person. But in the meantime, y'all laugh every chance you get because one day you may wake up and they may not nothing be funny. We'll see y'all next week.
Floyd, one other thing that you can't control. If you have explosive diarrhea, you cannot control your bowels.
That's the truth.
That's your mind. It goes to the commode.
Hey guys, if you have explosive diarrhea, make sure you stay within 6 feet of a commode at all times. Hey guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you every single week. We appreciate it. Lord willing, and the creek does not rise. We will be right back here next week, same time, same place for more Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter who you do it with, and most especially if you have a short wooden leg and you like to coon hunt in an area with lots of gopher holes, be particular.
Particular.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
See y'all.